Good morning, world. I thought I would get out and just ground myself a little bit. I'm very lucky that I have this beautiful forest near my home. So I've gone for a really slow, gentle walk just to get outside. It's still quite cool this morning, and I know it's going to get really hot today. So I thought I would get out right now and just ground myself. And one of the biggest reasons I got out was I really felt that I needed to connect with nature and just hear the birds singing, maybe put my feet in the stream, just kind of slow down and stop. And one of the big reasons for that is I've been feeling really unpleasant anxiety. So if you've been following me, you'll have noticed that I posted that I've had really awful menopause symptoms. Actually, since Monday, in the middle of the night, they just kind of crept in. It's crazy, I feel like I've been navigating the menopause quite well in changing my diet, and I've chosen to take hormones, which is not for everyone, and I have a good therapist and all the things that are important in tapping into my somatic and nervous system regulation toolkit, making time to rest, to get energy, all those things. And yet the menopause is this crazy journey. Every so often it just sneaks in and it hits you. Luckily it's been rare, but this has been one of those occasions where I've noticed for the last few weeks I've just not felt quite right. And I've been ignoring it. I'll be honest, I've been ignoring it just because life's been busy. And I just thought, it's maybe just hay fever and the warmer weather and life and all those things. But I'm now realizing that actually it's been definitely the menopause. So since Monday, kind of middle of the night, I've had really unpleasant menopause symptoms, a whole variety of symptoms, which I'm not going to go into here, but very unpleasant physical symptoms. And then the biggest thing that I've noticed is kind of the onset of anxiety. So I've noticed since being in the menopause, and I think I've always had this, but even more so now, I get a lot of social anxiety, and anything new kind of just unsettles me very quickly, much more than in the past. And I guess the best example of that is, so if you don't know, many probably won't know, I'm a rock and heavy metal fan, and Metallica is my absolutely favourite band in the world, and I've seen them many times, and they're coming to Glasgow tomorrow. And I got tickets. I was really lucky to get tickets for my husband and I would have been going with some friends. And I've just noticed in the last week in the build-up to going to Metallica that I was getting really anxious. Like every time I thought about the crowds, the travel, because we were going to Glasgow and everything, I was really getting anxiety. My heart was beating faster. I was getting breathless. I was feeling overwhelmed. The thought of even going was making me feel really anxious. And it got to the point where I then was able to have a really open conversation with my other half, my husband, and bless him, he's not used to this version of me. I love going to live music. I love big events. I love a good mosh pit, or I used to. I love the band, so travel wouldn't normally be an issue to go and see them. And Glasgow's really not that far away. And so we had a long discussion. I was just really honest about the anxiety it was bringing up for me, and also the fear that, lots of fears. One, what if we're in Glasgow and I suddenly don't feel well and I can't just get back? I'm not in Edinburgh. I can't just jump in an Uber and go home. We're there with friends as well. So I would feel guilty and need to mask how I'm feeling, which is never good somatically. To just knowing that my hay fever has been really, really bad on top of everything else. Always is this time of year. And last week, I had to leave an event halfway through that we were out with friends because I was feeling so unwell. And then Sunday evening, we were going to go and see some live music, and I had to cancel that. Actually, that was the week before. Sorry, not this weekend, but the one before. So there was lots of reasons. Anyway, so long story short, we decided to sell my ticket, and I'm really glad he's still going. He's going to go with our friends and have a great time. But it leaves me feeling really frustrated. It's a reminder how I'm changing and I'm not the person I was, and how, particularly in these moments where the menopause feels more acute and more current and less manageable, I really have to just be compassionate with myself and challenge those feelings of shame and frustration and anger and embarrassment and all that stuff that I know that if anyone was talking to me, I'd be saying to them, don't be silly. It's so great you're putting yourself first. It's so great that you're listening to your body and your needs. But I myself struggle with, because this is a whole new me that I'm navigating. Yeah, and it's uncomfortable and it's frustrating. And I know I'm not alone, because I have so many beautiful people in my life that are very vocal about how they navigate it, who are passionate about being really honest and real about this. So many people that I know are hugely supportive and have been incredibly kind, because I've had to also cancel so many things this week. This was like the worst week for me to feel unwell. I've had to cancel so many things, social things, not being at work, and yet it's really important. And yesterday I spent most of the day sleeping and resting. I think I must have slept most of the day. I slept for ages last night as well. Went to bed quite early and slept till not long ago, which is late for me. I'm now making sure to go out for a walk, just a short walk, because I think it's important. Because I've been feeling it. I felt this morning a little bit of anxiety coming up again for no reason. It's so stupid. Anxiety is so stupid, and I know it's there to keep us safe. We know this, right, from a nervous system perspective and a somatic perspective, but it still is rubbish, and it's still overwhelming, and it's just rubbish. So here's me sharing that I'm human. Here's me sharing that I'm off at the moment. If you've contacted me, I'll reply when I feel able. I'm definitely taking the time to be compassionate to myself, to really rest and restore, because I want to be back to myself again, whatever that looks like, as quickly as I can. And I know the only way to do that is by stopping and pausing. And in this particular moment, listening to my body, I know that means more rest. It's not always the case, but I definitely need to have more rest, more stillness, more calm. So there we go. That's what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's my plan. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, if you're going through this life stage, I think it's a Japanese culture that says, or has the word menopause actually means like a beautiful transformation. I love that. In the West, we tend to, I feel like there's still a bit of a negative vibe around it. And we don't talk about it enough. And I know I've become very vocal about it, because I realized for so long we weren't talking about it enough. And this is something that we as women go through and we have no control over, and it is human. And it's so interesting, because I've been speaking to my mum about it, and she's very honest and says, she definitely sees now how she was going through the menopause at points in her life, obviously, like everyone else. But at that point in history, no one was really talking about it. And as women, there was a lot of shame around it. There was a lot of taboo. It was very much just being women over emotional, or being difficult, or that time of the month, or not, I guess, if you're in the menopause. But either way, it was seen as a problem and not actually just something that we all navigate. So yeah, that's why I talk about this so openly. And it's not comfortable, but I think it's important, and it shows I'm human. And for anyone else going through this, I guess I see you, I'm with you. I hope you're finding your way with it. And and for everyone that I've had to cancel this week, thank you for being so kind and understanding and compassionate. I'm really grateful. And okay, I'm going to continue on a peaceful, slow, long walk, and then I'm going to go home and rest. But I hope you're all well, and I hope you're taking care. And let's keep being human, honest, genuine, but also realistic, that everything passes. And I know I'm very grateful for my somatic and nervous system regulation toolkit that I can tap into, my breath, my body awareness, my strength and bravery to be able to say I need to have time off, I need to practice more compassion, I need to slow down, I need to stop. Not easy. Honestly, the inner critic really creeps in, and I find it very difficult. But we have to stand up for ourselves. We have to stand up for ourselves and do what's right for us. It's so important. We only have one life, one body. So that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm going to stop waffling. Please take care, everyone.